All right, karibuni sana, karibuni. Welcome, 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 welcome. Tafuta kiti ukae, babu kwa sababu. Wewe, okay. Ambia babu amesalimiwa na kijana yake, babu na sababu. Babu na sababu TV, karibu sana. Karibu sana. Diana Amoli anasema ako hapo hivyo. Beatrice Oriria, karibu sana. CEO Robert Ligudi, karibu sana. Daniel, nimekucheki. Alvin Irungu, Cashflow pia yuko in the building. Social Driller, karibu sana. Joash Obinju, karibu sana. ZP Beatrice, nimekucheki. Cedric Otieno, Hope Kid, HK, karibu sana. Nimekucheki. Etimwende, karibu sana. Patrick Ondieki pia karibu sana. Olivia Chelagat, nimekucheki. Loldepe Nicho. Sasa mwandike majina zile mtu anaweza nini, anaweza pata kwa legal tender. Na leo ziona boiling point by the, kwani kumenaje, mambo yake yamechemuka nini? Embakasi tuned in, karibuni sana. Obinna, small English though. Sasa si mimi naongea English. Okay, mheshimiwa amesema you round off English to the nearest shembeteng.
The nearest zero.
Kidogo. Wamesema hiyo word zikiangua lugubriously, kuna watu watafloat hapa sana. Karibuni sana, karibuni sana. Tafuta kiti. Finally, yes, finally. Florence Ochanda yuko pale. Steven Mungai, Mudhoni wa Diga Official. Brahim Kims, nimekucheki. Daniel, karibu sana. Mili Ngairia, karibu sana. Welcome. Davis Nchoga, Mudhoni, nimekupata pale, karibu. Feloi Pupa, karibu. Wood Sanda, karibu. Haman Welba, karibu sana. Babu kwa sababu. Okay. Watching live from Emurua Dikir Transmara. Hiyo bado ni Kenya? Just asking, just checking. My MP, okay. Mheshimiwa, we are here. Yes, English small. Okay. Kizungu isikwe ya parliament. Obinna fikisha salamu. Austin Sainia, nimefikisha salamu. Jaka Baba, karibu sana. Kawangware 46 is locked in. Hello, babu siku zote. Jaka Baba, good morning. Finally, babu kwa sababu. Mr. Teacher. Siku zote nakuita Mr. Teacher. Yeah, interesting. Niko locked in. Ruaka, karibu sana. Watching from Lebanon. English is Englishing. Okay. What? Very interesting. Mr. Tactilizer. Okay. Nimewacheki. Kizungu kokodonjo. Haya. We are good to go. The video. Nipatie introduction. What's up, everybody? Oga Top is in the building. It's Monday and it's time for Obinna Show live. Karibu sana. If you have not watched the previous ones, tafadhali make a point of doing so. We've had some pretty interesting guests and we still do so. After this one, we're going to be having Stan Agacho. We're going to be talking about finances and the young people. Let's see how we can get to empower people. Then also Kimbi is on standby. Pia mengoja na kwanza amepiga luku. For the first time, Kimbi anaka Kimbi ameomoka. So we're going to be having that one as well. And most definitely on this platform, we empower you, educate you, and we entertain you. We bring inspirational stories and motivational stories. Coming live to you from Samaki on Othaya Road. Tuko hapa. Unaingia, unaitisha seafood yako polite, unaenjoy. Ample parking space, car wash on site, nyama choma iko, na pia tuko na seafood kwa sana, na pizza pia tumeintroduce. Wale, oh my God, you know me, I will do pizza. Tuko nayo. All right, so unapitia hapa and then you get to enjoy. Alrighty. So kama is your first time here, subscription ndo penye tunaanzia. Subscribe. Tunafika 1 million subscribers before December na niwe utatusaidia. Sasa kama uja subscribe, kindly do so. Now, this is not the first time on Obinna Show live. Huyu ni member, ako nyumbani, amekuja hapa mara kadhaa na amerudi tena. Makofi tafadhali. His Excellency Dr. Honourable Engineer Professor Babu Owino. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Top of the world.
Top of the world.
Yeah.
Uko fiti?
Niko fiti kabisa.
So sahi doctor inaingia before honorable ama honorable before doctor?
Honorable Doctor.
Wewe.
Honorable Doctor. Yes.
Honorable Doctor. Doctor.
Two. Yes.
Ya kwanza ni? Gani honorary?
Zote ni honorary.
Ah.
Yeah, moja tulipata in Benin, the Republic of Benin.
Okay.
Another one at the House of Lords in the United Kingdom.
Wewe.
UK.
Honorable Doctor. Nikishasema honorable niseme mweshi, si ndio tayari iko?
Yes.
Honorable Dr. Babu Owino.
Yes.
MP Embakasi East. Incoming governor. Nairobi. Nowadays, see people already referring to you like that.
Yes.
Tena nakuita governor.
Yes.
Karibu sana, man.
Nashukuru Obinna.
It's been a while.
Last time we were here was on the 24th day of June 2024. Last
Baka
year.
unakumbuka.
Yes, it was a day to maandamano.
Yeah, you are dissecting for us the finance bill.
Yes, I was dissecting the finance bill.
Yes. Oh, welcome back. Hata tulikuwa huko nje, sasa tumekuja ndani, baridi kidogo. It's a cold season.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for na show baya sana gava ilienda na network.
By the way,
for about 1.5 hours.
We did your show, tukanyongewa internet, tukaishoot, alafu tukaiupload saa 8 na bado watu walikuwa na stream.
Watch sana.
Nyinyi wa real. Thank you. Na pia thank you for being patient. Ndio siku leo nimenyongwa na ukasema tupige.
Yes.
Nayo. Speaking of maandamano that time, juzi tena imekuwa na maandamano. Good stuff. Ulikuja ukaingia mbele ya bogi. Auogopi?
You know, Obinna, that's where I belong. That's where I was raised. I was raised in the streets. I was raised in the slums. I was raised in the village. That is where I belong. So when I saw my brothers and sisters in the streets, and they were in the streets for the right reasons. They were in the streets demonstrating, picketing, and were ready to present petitions to even parliament. And they were there because of the high cost of living. They were there because of unemployment. They were there because of high taxation. They were there because of high university fees. So they were there because of a good reason. And that is why I decided to join them. And I will join them again and again and again.
Nayo.
Yes.
Yeah, you are there while other waheshimiwa wanakimbia huku unakimbia towards the people. which has made you quite a darling to the people. Yes. Good stuff. Huko ndani kuko aje? Ndani ya parliament joto nini?
Parliament is as always. Save for the fact that it's under serious state capture. Yes, so Parliament, you can be bringing some of the bills that should be for the interest of the people. Some are shot down, majority of them are shot down in case they are not in favor of the executive. But generally, we are coexisting as members of Parliament, as colleagues. I urge them to work for the people as usual, the way Babu is working for the people. You know we are the best member of Parliament in Kenya.
I saw it, by the way. Congratulations. Yes. Congratulations on that. Makofi tafadhali maze, makofi mene. Yeah, we have number 1. 001 ako pale, anafanya mambo Embakasi East.
Yeah.
Na bado unaipiga. By the kuna kitu hujatengeneza Embakasi East. See, I think you are done with everything. So in coming MP unataka campaign aje?
you know bina kazi ya ishangi. In Embakasi East Constituency, we've done our best. We will continue doing our best because we have a contract. We have a social contract, a contract to work for the people. A contract to ensure that all the roads are constructed within Embakasi East Constituency. A contract to ensure that fresh and clean water is provided to the people. A contract to ensure that our people get water, clean and sufficient supply of water. A contract to ensure that our people get jobs. A contract to ensure that our children go to school. Schools are constructed. And that is the contract that we will exploit. It is a contract that we will not infringe, we will not frustrate it, we will not breach it, but we will work for the people.
Okay. You just got admitted to the bar.
Yes.
You passed the bar.
Yes.
Now officially. Hey, okay, number one, before hata nifike aje huko, unasomanga sangapi?
Obinna, time is created for important things and important people. In a day we have 24 hours. 24 hours is such a long time that if you want to create time for any important thing in life, you will create. Any important person in life, you will create. People can be busy, yes, but if a person tells you that they are busy every day, know that they don't have time for you. Then therefore you are not important. So I did create time. And you remember we even lectured the Kenya School of Law. If you go to YouTube, you type Babu Owino lecturing Kenya School of Law, criminal litigation. I did a whole syllabus in 1 hour, 40 minutes.
Where?
So you can check and you can see what we are made of.
Yeah.
So, Obinna, you remember when we started with you way from the university in 2008?
Yeah.
Many years ago, Obinna. So we've been there, we've learned out of experience, we create time, we also pursue knowledge. And being admitted to the bar is what I've always wanted. And the reason why I was admitted, the reason why I studied law, is for the downtrodden, is for the less privileged in the community, is for those who don't have, is for people who are down. That is why, because when I was being raised up, I was raised up selling changa. Police officers, policemen used to harass people in our house, arrest people in the house, beat people in the house. And therefore, I also needed a course that would help me help those who are facing similar challenges. And I found it in law. That is why I did law. That is why I went to Thika law courts to help those who are arrested during mandamanos. That is why I went to Kahawa law courts to help those who are charged with terrorism. That is why I went to Midimani law courts to help those who are charged with mandamano. Okay? And also those who are charged with terrorism, a common charge that has no limbs, that is limping, that is fictitious, that will not hold any water to justify any conviction. So I did my law degree to help the downtrodden. In law, there's something called the cab-rank rule. If you study professional ethics at the Kenya School of Law, there's the cab-rank rule that every individual should be entitled to a legal representation. There are exceptions to that rule, but the most important thing is that every individual should be entitled to legal representation, and is also entrenched, enshrined in the Kenyan Constitution. And that is why I'm here. I'm the Gen Z advocate. I'm the advocate for you, Obinna. And for any other person who cannot afford the services of an advocate, I'm here for you. I will do it for free. I will do it on pro bono.
Oh, wow.
And that is why I'm here.
Oh, nice.
Mine is about service. Leadership is about the people.
These other ones you've been doing for free?
I've been doing for free.
Hujalipisha?
Sijalipisha. I can't do that because they might not afford me. But the most important thing is that I look at them as my brothers and sisters who need help. And that help involves being a leader. And leadership is about others. So I will be there for them anytime, any day, anywhere.
Kasonge, kasonge.
Kasonge, kasonge.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Tumeona umeingia hapo umeanza na mbio na kuona mara uko tika local sijui nini mara umeingia kwa parliament na nguo za advocate. Ulikuwa umeenda kupress, ulikuwa umeenda kusuma weta kidogo.
But weta pia anavaa kama anavaa hiyo bib.
By the way, hiyo bib weta pia ako nayo, sio?
And Obinna, I took 6 years to deserve putting on that bib. Then I was being sent out of parliament because I didn't have a tie. And a tie, most members of parliament only took 5 minutes to buy a tie. I took 6 years to get a bib. So you should wonder who should have been in that parliament. But anyway, Tuendelee tu.
It happened.
I understand them.
Lakini unajaribu ku you know where to because wacha tuni na babe sasa wanisikie tu sasa. However, you said 6 years.
Yes.
If you've taken 6 years to do law and study law, ulikuwa pia uko na pia actuarial science,
yes,
si ndio? Hebu taja hizo vitu ulisomea. Mimi zinakuanga mingi zinaniwachanga.
Obinna. We did actuarial science and got first class honors.
First class honors actuarial science.
Yes. Actuarial science is the study of risk management. It is the course that is ranked as the best course. Best. All courses are best. All courses are good. A degree is a degree. When we were at the university, we used to do that. But the international ranking of courses puts actuarial science as number 1, followed by pharmacy, medicine, engineering, and then zinaendelea hivyo. But all courses, a course is a course. It doesn't matter. You study what you are interested in. I did actuarial science because of my love for mathematics. That is why I did actuarial science.
Okay.
And master's in actuarial science.
Okay.
We have a law degree, LLB law degree, second class upper division, then master's in law degree. I'm graduating with another master's in law degree again in December. That is law, democracy and governance. Then we also did Kenya School of Law. Kenya School of Law is a postgraduate diploma. Okay? So, ni hizo tu kidogo.
Korir. Oh wow, okay. Munasikia venye watu wanasoma hapa nje alafu wamerelax tu. Bado kuna ingine. Okay, after the one for December, are you gonna go do another one again?
We are going to do masters in economics and then after that we'll start our PhD. Alafu niuzie hata governor wa Nairobi moja.
He needs some milk. We umeanza mapema. Speaking of education,
graduate kwa cyber cafe. Anyway, that's just was by the way.
You're very passionate about education.
Yeah.
Let me just pick your mind real quick on this one before now we talk about why we're here. The education crisis in the country at the moment. We've been having a lot of conversations about the funding model, there are strikes, what is happening where. In the whole saga that is happening, what is your take?
Obinna, a nation cannot be run without education.
True.
The role of education in economic development starts from where you are.
Yeah.
You are a serious journalist because of education.
Yes.
My brothers who are here, the cameramen, the photographers, they are here because of education. For you to know how to run this equipment, you must have gone through training.
Yes.
For this tile to have been put here, the floor, it is education.
True.
Okay? Tertiary education. If you go to the hospital, the medics, the way they will handle you, the nurses, the doctors, and other medics, it is education.
Yeah.
If you go to the farm, you want to do proper agriculture. The ratio in which you will mix the fertilizer, it is education. The way in which you will dig that farm, shamba, it is education.
True.
Anything in this nation is education.
Hata upande mat.
Therefore,
dere.
Yes. The dere could drive. It is education. You are trained as a driver.
True.
So everything is education. So therefore, you see the role of education in the economic development. Without education, the economy will not grow.
True.
Therefore, Obinna, the only thing that a parent relies on that will help that parent move from the slums, move from villages, is the education that the parent is struggling to give to the child. Some parents have not gone to school, just like my own parent did not further education, but she saw the need of educating a son. Other parents are seeing the need of educating their children. The reason why they are doing so is so that they can bring a change in their lives. It's so that that child can help them. And that is why as parent struggles, wakes up very early in the morning, they go dig shamba for people, they lima for people to get 50, 100 shillings. The mothers wake up very early in the morning, they go get stock, they sell mboga. They wash for people clothes. They sell changa like the way my mom did. For our fathers, they ride border borders. They go from Jengo. They go for Juakali. They are even touting. The main reason why they are doing this is so that they can educate their children, that they can get money to buy food, they can pay rent, and they can invest for the future of their children. But they are doing this with an aim that one day their child will help them succeed in life. Then the executive comes in, a government that you had hopes in, that you elected had hopes in, that they will transform your life, and coming up with a very smart narrative of the bottom-up narrative, the hustler narrative, where they were saying that a hustler will be lifted from the ground to the sky. Then this government is all of a sudden telling you that as a parent, we are raising school fee for you. That child who is qualified to go to the university can no longer afford that education. For you to go to the university now, you must part with 100,000 for some social science courses, 300,000 for some social science courses. For medical courses, is around 600,000 per year. Then you want to tell a parent who's only selling boga, who's never touched 20,000 at once, that they should pay 600,000, they should pay 100,000 Kenya shillings. You've killed the hope of that family, Obinna. And therefore, the president should deeply consult and should rescind his decision to make education expensive in this country. Were it not for education, Obinna, I would have never been here. Were it not for education, I would have never moved from Nyalenda slums to Kisumu Boys. I would have never moved from Kisumu Boys to Nairobi. It is education that made me come to Nairobi. I had never stepped in any city apart from Kisumu City. My first time to come to Nairobi was in the year 2007. But I came here because of education. Were it not for education, I would have never been a student leader. Were it not for education, I would have never been a member of parliament. Today, we would have not sat here, Obinna, were it not for education. So therefore, we have to embrace education. It is the least that you can give to the downtrodden. It is the least that you can give to the less privileged. You should not take that right to education from a parent who is giving it to a child. Don't take that right of education from a child. So therefore, we cannot pretend to be in support of the government. That is oppressive. The government should not oppress. When we talk about, the other day you heard them talking about capitation. They are telling you that there's no money for free primary education. Kibaki gave us free primary education. Uhuru maintained free primary education. During Ruto's time, we are being told that free primary education should not exist. Even high school should be free. A good government should invest in educating her citizens. I want to surprise you, Obinna. Today, if you train a child, you take a child to the university, the child graduates, you pay fees for this child as a parent, then the child graduates. The moment this child gets a job, this child will, for example, earning only around 50,000 Kenya shillings. The tax that the government is taking from this child is approximately 30% as income tax. 30% of 50,000 is 15,000, right? Then from 50,000, how much money will this child send to the parent? If you are earning 50,000, you've been educated by your parent, you give government 15,000, you also pay VAT. So by the end of the day, you will pay a total tax of even 25,000. How much do you think you can send to your parent in the village? How much? How much do you think?
Let's say
5,000, right? If you send to your parent 5,000, it is this parent who educated you from primary to university, and the government is earning more than 20,000 from the same salary. Who should educate who? Is it your parent who should educate you? Or is it the government who should educate you? So the government is conning you after you've been educated by your parent. Because even help is a loan.
That's true.
If they give help, is a loan, you have to pay it back. So which means that the government is conning you. So the government should provide free education because they earn from a student who has been educated.
True, by the way. When you look at it,
right?
It makes logical sense in the end. You're like, any job you do, you are still paying the taxes.
And
like,
that tax is higher than the money that you're giving your parent. The parent who struggled with you all his or her life. So therefore, we should not joke with education. Okay. Education should be free from primary, should be free at high school level, and should be free at the university level. Because in the 1980s, 1980s, early 90s, even the president was at the university. He used to study for free. He was given boom. Boom was like a grant. Money that you are given and you are not paying back to pay fees. But now there's help, which is a loan. You are expected to pay back. But even now, now help is being scrapped off. The new university funding model comes in.
What's your take on the awarding of help and also bursaries? Ndini Nyoro, your friend, Mheshimiwa,
yes,
had the idea, I think it was him, of the government, just stay with your money and just pay yourselves, because the government is giving Mheshimiwa money to give children to pay the government. And I also think Nani also had this, the Mheshimiwa from Kisii, the senator for Kisii, Onyonka. Yes. Onyonka also had a similar ideology. Like, why is the government giving the Mheshimiwa money to give the people to pay the government? Instead of you just maintain and just do the education to be free.
You see, the government should just keep the bursaries on condition that they are making education free. Otherwise, if they don't make education free from high school, from primary, which is free, from high school to university, then they should not touch it. But if they are getting education, if they are making education free, then that bursary should go.
Okay.
Because the only fear that is also there is that bursary, they can also get, you know how it can sublime, it can disappear.
It can be withdrawn, but the education is still not free.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Is it safe to say we are in an economic crisis as a country?
We have a big problem as a nation.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, we have a budget of 4.2 trillion. Out of that, 1.1 trillion goes to payment of interest on loan, or the loans that we have. Another 1 trillion on recurrent expenditure, like salaries and other recurrent expenditure. Another 1 trillion goes to consolidated funds, ISOMA, pensions, and other things. 405 billion goes to devolution counties. Only around 763 billion goes to development. And the money that is released always from Treasury does not start with development. It is development money that comes last. And the government has never met its expectation in terms of revenue collection. Not a single year. So therefore, the money that is always cut is that money for development. Okay? Because it is released last, and they will never get the total revenue for it in a whole fiscal year, in a financial year. So it means that uangalie juu, uangalie chini, economy is not going to grow. The figures that we are being told here and there, those are gibberish, balderdash. So there's nothing that we are being told about the growth of an economy. So we must change, and we change from leadership.
But Mwesh, you are in the same parliament that these other MPs who are doing useless things are in, with the same zero to no budget that you are given is what every other person is given. How are you managing to deliver for your people? And how is another MP still number last in the delivery? And you're like, wait, kila mtu apatiwa 10 bob. Ama ifanyikangi hivyo?
Obinna, those are ordinary leaders. I am an extraordinary leader. Those are normal leaders. I am an abnormal leader. Abnormal leader means above normal.
Okay.
Yes. So you have to be creative. And then after that, you also have to know that these funds that you are given are public funds. You have to use them for the right purpose.
Well, all of them are given the same. At a top 50. And then you bada narudi. Muta nichagua tena. Kama nichagua na. Oh, speaking of we pia hauna security currently.
Mambo security venye ilichukuliwa, but you know, Obinna, what is important?
Yeah.
To me, it's not about that. First of all, the person who keeps me secure is God.
Amen.
Yeah. And
Amen
Obinna,
to that.
It's very important that when I came from Nyalenda slums, I didn't anticipate that I will be having securities. And the most important thing to me is living my life in a peaceful way.
True.
And if you do the right thing for the people, you will not have to fear anything.
Security.
Yes, after all, security is supposed to protect you from, let's say, at worst, death. Nobody is living alive. You will not exit alive.
Nobody.
Nobody will exit alive. So everybody will go in one way or the other. So it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yes, time itafika tu kila mtu ataenda. So the most important thing when you are living, what legacy did you leave? How many lives did you transform?
True.
Yes.
True. Alrighty. Karibu sana. Hiyo bado nilikuwa na hata that's not why I invited you here. Today I specifically invited Mheshimiwa Babu Owino so we can talk about relationship, marriage, advice. Wacheni kucheka ni kama ati Obinna amejitia advice iwe. Pamela yuko wapi? Kuja ni kuintroduce kwa mheshimiwa kwanza, alafu msaidie na kinywaji, alafu tulete writing board, alafu sasa mambo sasa ichemuke sasa. Now we talk about why we are here. Sasa tuangalie huku wanaandika tu Babu Owino for governor, Babu Owino for governor, Babu Owino for governor. Mnaandika kitu tumejua. Hata isi Babu Owino for governor. Babu Owino is. Yeah, there is present continuous. Yes. Pamela, meet Mheshimiwa Babu Owino.
Hi, Mwes.
Mambo, Pamela.
I'm good.
Uko sawa?
I don't understand that language.
Ukiingia kwa English utatoka
English and above.
Yeah.
Sasa English, Pamela, bibi yako ni Gimoro. Huyu simtempt na English. Hapa sasa utatoka mbio, ongea tu Kiswahili.
Are you forgetting Amaluo?
Haya. Wacha Wajaluo wapatane.
Yes.
How are you though?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yes.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure too.
I'm so happy to
Honestly,
see you.
I'm really happy because I longed to see you long time ago, but at least today I've meted you. Yeah, I'm so happy by the way.
Yes,
You see, you really inspire me a lot.
Yes.
Because for now, when I stood for human representative, system.
Huh?
Human representative system, mama.
Hiyo ni nini?
Human rep.
Women rep.
Unataka kuwa women rep?
So when I stood, I can be with a lot of confidential,
Yes. You want to vie as a women rep?
Yeah, I want to vie. So the problem is, but don't laugh at me, please. I reached Form 4, but I got a D- 2 points to he.
No, it doesn't matter.
I tried. Sindio?
The day you were born,
Yeah.
God gave you a gift.
Yeah.
And gives every child a gift that is special to that child. Not everybody is talented
Yes.
in matters education.
Thank
there are those
you.
who are talented differently. The most important thing is how you use your talent.
Okay.
Yes, and leadership does not necessarily involve education. We had people like King Solomon who are the wisest. I didn't hear of any school they went to.
True.
We had King David. We had people who've led. We also have people who have led, who are leading currently, and they did not go to school. But some are doing good jobs, some are not doing good jobs. So the most important thing as a leader is to just focus on the people.
So I can vie?
You can vie and you will win.
Yeah, Homa Bay.
Okay?
Yes.
Very good. Otherwise, pleasure meeting you.
Anyway, you're welcome.
Yes.
I'm the hostess here.
Yes.
Yeah. What can I offer you?
Give me water, room temperature, and pressure.
Kali sana. Room temperature and pressure.
Yes.
What about you, bossy?
Water as well, room temperature and pressure. Then tusongeze hii, tusaidie na hiyo board hapa because now I want to talk mambo ya relationships kabisa. And we're going to be tackling a lot of parts. We're going to be tackling from finances in marriage, in-laws in marriage, cheating. We're going to be talking about co-parenting. We're going to be talking about gender-based violence, the role of religion. We're going to be talking about age. Is it a factor as well? We're going to be talking about naming rights, upbringing of children. There's many areas we're going to be tackling. Na baadaye ndauliza, mtaleta maswali hapa. Pia mheshimiwa atakuwa anatusaidia hapa kutackle. Haya, mheshimiwa uko tayari?
Tuko sawa.
Tuanze na very simple question ya kwanza. Does love exist? And what is love? And when you get married, must you get married because of love? Ama ni situation. Unajua kuna wale wamebuoro tu.
You know, Obinna,
Yes.
love exists.
Okay.
And that is why the Bible tells you that husbands, love your wives
True.
as Christ loved the
The
church.
church.
And wives, submit, respect
Yes.
your husbands.
Okay.
Okay? So love exists. Love is the greatest commandment.
True.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Actually, if you only have love in your heart, it's enough. That is sufficient for you to manage any other thing. So love exists, Obinna. Okay. It's only that people, love alone is not enough in marriage. There's a lot of work that should be done in marriage. Okay. And we will also discuss it as we progress.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it a must for you to have love for you to get married? Can you marry without love?
People get married for different reasons, Obinna, but the most important reason for marriage should be love, because your partner, the process of getting your partner, first of all, for you to get a partner, it involved a process.
True.
And the process was a process of being an acquaintance, to friendship, to courting, then eventually to marriage. Although nowadays people just run from meeting to marriage. Some will go to courtship and then to marriage. But generally there is a process that this should entail. Okay. So you should marry for love, because this is a partner that you're having.
Okay.
Okay.
But why do people fear marriage so much?
Exactly. Now, I think now I will bring it from the beginning.
Okay.
People fear marriage. People say that marriage is a scam, marriage don't work. To some, it's not working. To some, it's working. But to those that, that marriage is not working for them, they can always make it work. Obinna, the process of marriage is so big. It is a very big topic that you need to understand yourself, you need to understand your partner. The first most important thing is to consider the upbringing of a person. Most people who consider marriage as not working is because of a number of factors. Some of the factors that lead to failure in marriage are reasons such as, number one, the environment that you are in. As a person, the environment that you are brought up in, from childhood to where you are. Your upbringing can affect your marriage because of the trauma, and I will explain it briefly, shortly. Number two, the environment that you are in now, the social circles, can lead to marriage going wrong. Okay. Number three, there could be some historical issues, generational curses, generational odds, generational issues can lead to marriage getting broken.
Okay.
Matters in-laws can lead to marriage getting broken or conflicts in marriage. Financial issues can bring problems in marriage. Okay. Emotional issues and psychological issues. That is emotional neglect. Somebody is neglected emotionally and psychologically, then can bring issues in marriage. Okay? Other issues that can bring issues in marriage or conflicts in marriage are issues such as grieving. When you are grieving, you can grieve as a result of loss of a partner, loss of a parent. Okay? Grieve if you lose a job or any other reason.
Yeah.
If we start with the first one, Obinna,
upbringing.
the upbringing.
Yes.
Poor upbringing Upbringing can be categorized into two. There can be a good upbringing and there can be a poor upbringing. Poor upbringing means that a child was brought up by a single mom or a single dad, means a single parent, okay? Or was brought up as a total orphan. Father and mother died. Or both parents were available, were present in marriage, but in an abusive relationship. Or both parents were available, brought up from a very well-off family, but were too busy looking for money, working, and forgot their children. So which means that this child has an opportunity of growing alone. Children learn by what they see. If a child grows and doesn't see love, that child will not give you love. If the child sees love, that child will give you love. If the child sees love, it's like this glass which is filled with water. The child has something to pour in another glass. There is love to pour. But if the child grew up and didn't see love, saw emptiness, that child will only give emptiness. So therefore, Obinna, if your mom and your dad were in a relationship and they saw, and the children in that house saw the parents dating, going out together, doing lunch together, doing dinner together, communicating in a friendly way in a family, then it means that this child is learning something from the father and from the mother.
True.
Is learning on how to be a father in the foreseeable future or a husband in the foreseeable future, and will replicate the exact things that the father is doing or the mother is doing.
True.
But if this child is brought up by a single parent, then it means that there are those things that a father can give to a child that a mother cannot give to a child.
Yeah.
And there are those things that it is only a mother who can give to a child that a father cannot give to a child. So therefore, a child growing with a mother alone or a father alone will lack something. This child, number one, has never seen love, does not know how a man should love a woman or how a woman should submit to a man. And therefore, this child will just grow while the child is empty. Most of these children, they experience so many things. And they grow up, they become the Obinnas, the Babus. We grow up with a lot of trauma in our lives. So the trauma that we have is as a result of poor upbringing, where we have so many poisons of life. We have grief, you find yourself grieving, you feel hurt, and that is where now I can come in and draw something here. You will have the poisons.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Use that camera. Yeah, that one will see it.
Huh? Poisons of life. Obinna, if you draw a waffle pancake, okay? And you draw boxes in this. You will feel that even where we are now, where you are seated, you feel that you are hurt, you feel loneliness, you are anxious, anxiety, okay? You feel grief, you are grieving, you feel angry, you feel that you are unforgiving, okay? You feel that you are misunderstood, misunderstood. You feel that you are unforgiving, you are angry, you are misunderstood, you are isolated, isolation, and many more. All this you feel, okay? This is like a waffle pancake, Obinna. As you grow, you will not be seeing these things happening to you. But your actions will be showing either of these. These are called poisons of life. So if one starts blowing up, several of these will blow up. You see the way a waffle pancake blows.
Yeah.
So which means that internally you are so disturbed. You have a lot of pressure, you have a lot of challenges, you feel that there's a lot of things happening to you. When you reach this level, then it clearly shows you that you've reached certain high level of trauma. You are traumatized. You feel sad. Sadness is also here. Okay? So, Obinna, the moment you reach this level, then you are growing up, you have all this, you meet a lady, a beautiful lady, you vibe that lady. At that moment, you are so nice. You take this lady out, you are dating this lady, you are appreciating this lady, you are giving this lady whatever she wants, and the lady also sees you as futuristic. And Asema, Obinna is the man to be with. And the lady decides to be with you. You befriend this lady, you court the lady, then eventually you tell the lady that we need to move in as husband and wife. Then you move in. Then you get married. After 6 months of moving in, 1 year, the lady says, hey, Obinna has changed. And Obinna says, hey, so and so has changed. Let me ask you, Obinna, what has changed you and what changed the lady? You never changed within that period of time. But you see, that is the only opportunity when you are together. That marriage has given a platform, a ground, an environment for you to reveal who you are. And who you are is a product of your upbringing. So the way you are growing up a disturbed person. So you never change because you are the same person.
Yeah.
Because you went to this lady because she is beautiful and you saw a future in the lady. Then all of a sudden you say, aye, this lady has changed. So these are the things, these are the products of poor upbringing. Equally, one of you might have been brought up well. Being brought up well does not mean that you are brought up where there was money. Because even people who are with money, you've seen some of their children, the way they behave. Somebody is 40 years, but Bado is daddy, mommy. That is poor upbringing. Being brought up well means that you lived within your means. It might have not been high, or you had it, but the parents were available, and you saw love.
Mm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So therefore, Obinna,
Pole kidogo too. So this was supposed to be on silent, yeah.
So therefore, Obinna,
Yes.
two imperfect people coming together and want to make a perfect relationship. Then you realize that you are two accidents that have met, causing another greater accident. So you realize that if you are brought up wrongly, poor upbringing leads to poor bringing up of the children. Poor parents, bad parents leads to poor upbringing. Poor upbringing leads to poor generations. And that cycle will continue. So the children that will come from that generation will always have problems. That is where people now come and say that, you know, marriage is a scam, because they don't get to understand what it entails. What was the reason for the marriage? First of all, in law, marriage is defined as a union between two persons, that is a husband and a wife, to the exclusion of all others. a union between two persons to the exclusion of all others. Why the exclusion? Because there are people that if you include in your marriage, again, marriage will be terminated, as I've told you.
Yes.
And again, the Bible tells you that a husband shall leave his father and his mother and shall join his wife. And the two shall become one. The two shall become one. Which means that the essence of marriage is to become one and to form a family and to be happy in that family. So the moment you start saying that marriage is a scam, then you need to revisit where did the rain start beating you in this relationship.
Okay.
Okay, Obinna?
Okay.
So I will also discuss how you should solve that.
Okay.
Depending on
do we
your
tackle
next
it now,
questions.
or we continue with the social? There's social, there's historical, there's
now,
in-laws.
Then let me just handle it.
Okay.
So, having come together as husband and wife, you've realized that there's a problem that you have. Then you get to know that we must be very intentional for us to make it in marriage.
Yes.
Then get to know what are the priorities of a woman, what are the roles of a woman in a marriage, what are the priorities and roles of a man in this marriage. Then you say that as a woman, the Bible says that you need to submit to your husband because your husband is the head of the house, the head of the family.
Yeah.
Then the same Bible says that husbands love your wives as Christ loved the church. So as a husband, provide love. And to women, a man does not need love. A man needs respect. A man needs you to submit. But women need love. So you need to perform your roles as per what the Bible says.
Yes.
If I go back a little bit, to be fair to also the Muslim community, I described the marriage as a union between husband and wife
to
the exclusion
of all
others.
Yeah.
There are marriages that are potentially polygamous marriages. For example, the Islamic marriages are potentially polygamous. Customary marriages are potentially polygamous. Christian marriages are strictly monogamous. Civil marriages are strictly monogamous. And therefore, there is also the Hindu marriages. And therefore, whichever religion you belong to, and whichever type of marriage you want to choose, you stick to the rules of that marriage to also be fair to the Muslims. Then I told you that, Obinna, you need to be intentional. Get to know that as a man, what are my roles in a family? What am I supposed to do? What do women need? They say that the book that, that talks about women is this volume, but I think Obinna is too small because what women need is too simple. The Bible further says, Obinna, in the book of Proverbs 24:3, that by wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, a house is built.
Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
A house is built.
It's built.
Okay?
Okay.
Then, it is upon you, as a partner in a marriage, Obinna, to know that by wisdom, you need to know that by wisdom, you need to know how to love your wife. And your wife needs to know by wisdom how to submit or respect the husband, the man. Wisdom also tells you that as a woman, you only need to know how to control and contain and handle the ego of a man. And wisdom will tell a man that I only need to manage the emotions of a woman for me to be home and dry. Are we together?
Yep.
Then understanding. You need to know that by understanding, you need to understand your partner. What type of a partner do you have? Is this an extroverted partner, introverted partner? What types of temperaments does this partner have? You understand each other. Then knowledge is what now I'm giving you here, Obinna. After getting this and you have the other two, then marriage shall be successful. Then what are the roles that a man should have? First of all, before we come to those roles, what should you do in marriage? There are 6 P's that we need to consider in marriage, Obinna.
Okay.
And before I go through that, we discuss the triangles of marriage. Triangles of marriage.
Class is in session, watu wa kuandika waandike. Wewe una watch tu hapo na umekaa kando ya mtu wako na tayari unapanga kumwacha.
Wachukue notes,
Chukua notes. Umekaa unasema hii gunia iweka tu hapa juu tayari mimi nishajipanga.
The first triangle of love, Obinna. This is called a marital triangle. In marital triangle, we have friendship, we have courtship, courting,
Okay.
and we have communication. That, Obinna, if you have friendship, courtship, and communication, this is what makes marriage. That if you're a friend to your partner, and you court your partner, and you communicate with your partner very well, then that
Is equals to marriage.
is equal to marriage. Okay? Then the second triangle of marriage or love is where you have God. You have wife and you have husband. The relationship between wife and God is called a vertical relationship. The relationship between husband and God, or God and husband, God and wife, or wife and God, is also called a vertical relationship. The relationship between wife and husband, or husband and wife, is called a horizontal relationship. Obinna, anytime the relationship between wife and God is broken, marriage is broken. Anytime the relationship between husband and God is broken, marriage is broken. So anytime a vertical relationship is broken, marriage is broken. Why? Because in a marriage, you need to invite God. You need to be very spiritual, even if you are not so deeply involved in matters God. But know the relationship between you and God. Because remember, in the beginning, God created a man, and so the need of giving a man that helper, who is a woman. So which means from the beginning, God wanted a man to exist and have a wife. Are we together?
Yep.
At the same time, anytime the relationship between wife and husband is broken, marriage is broken, or husband and wife is broken, marriage is broken. So therefore, anytime a vertical relationship is broken and a horizontal relationship is broken, it means that the marriage is broken. So it means that when you are marrying, you have to invite God as the third party in your marriage. Very, very important. And that will lead me to discuss another thing hapo mbele. Then the third triangle, here we have children, then we have mother, and we have father. So this is husband, father or husband. This is, we have mother or
Wife.
mother or wife. Equally, the relationship between mother and children is called a vertical relationship. Equally, the relationship between father and children or children and father is also called a vertical relationship. But the relationship between mother and father is called horizontal relationship. This is what keeps marriage alive. If the relationship between mother and child is bad, or child and mother is bad, then there will be a problem in this family. Equally, if there is a poor relationship between children and father, or father and children, then there will be a big problem in this family. And if there's a problem between mother and father, there will equally be a big problem. So that leads us to the next thing, that we talk about the 6 P's. The 6 P's in marriage. The first P is prayers. P for prayers. I will discuss them. I'll just write them. Next one is protection in no particular order. The next one is presence. Presence. To be present. Then the next P is provision. Then the next P is purpose. And the last P is play. The first P, which is prayers, Obinna, in your marriage, you must invite God. Let me just sit down, we discuss, because mambo bado iko mengi hapa.
Venye tunaandika notes mpaka mkono sasa.
Now,
okay.
Prayers. As I've said, if you have your wife, you need to pray with your wife every day. You can pray with her every morning, pray with her every evening. Or if morning you are leaving at different times, then you can pray in the evening if you come back. Some come back late, some work in the evening also. But at least find yourselves time that you can come together for the sake of your marriage. Okay. So you pray together. They say a family that prays together lives together. Okay? Read the Bible, get to know what is your relationship with God from wherever you are, whichever religion you belong to. Okay? Also involve children. Take them to church. Let them be brought up in the way that pleases the Lord. Okay? Because also the Bible says that teach a child on the ways that you want them to go. And eventually they will come back to those ways that you taught them. So if they are good ways, that is where they will turn out to be good. If they are bad ways, they will turn out to be bad. Then as a man, you need to provide protection to your family. You need to protect your family as a man. Protect your family from the external predators. Protect your family from any other issues. You need to provide protection as a man to your family. Then as a man, you must be present. Be available. Do not confuse presence with the presence of gifts. So you can be giving gifts but you disappear. That is, wenye watu wanasema kitanda sio jeneza. Kitanda inataka watu wangapi? Jeneza ndio unalala mtu ngapi? Mtu mmoja. So be present. So your presence. If you are present, then a lot can happen in that
just
marriage.
Present to ile
you have to
physically.
create time.
Yeah,
create time.
wako na wako.
Create time for your children.
Yeah.
create time for your wife, communicate, talk about issues. Then provide, provision. As a man, you need to provide two things. You need to provide materially, where you provide, if you earn more than your wife, you can provide. We will talk about the finances as one of the issues that brings a lot of challenges in marriage.
Okay.
So you need to provide food, provide rent, provide material things. Then also provide emotionally. Because most of the time men say that, oh, Obinna, you tell your wife that, oh, you know, nakupatia kila kitu, nimekununulia hii, naleta food, nalipa rent, nafanya hii.
Shida iko wapi?
Shida iko wapi?
Wacha kunisumbua.
But you see, you are not providing emotionally, emotional neglect. So your wife feels empty, or your husband also feels empty. Provide emotionally, emotional provision. Then purpose. What is the purpose of your marriage? You need to set up short-term goals, median goals, and long-term goals that you want to achieve in the family. Remember, we said love alone is not enough. You have to work. You are two imperfect people who wants to make it perfect. You should not want to make it perfect. You should strive to progress, not to perfect. Don't strive for perfection. Just look for progression. Progress as you move on, because marriage is built. It is something which is built. And then you need to play. Hapo ndio tulisema kitanda sio jeneza. Okay?
Yeah.
Play badminton.
Panga kazi.
Panga kazi.
Hey.
It is very, very important.
Okay.
So Obinna, once you do that as a man, I don't think if you shall have a problem in your marriage. Now, priorities of a man. You must respect your wife. As a man, respect your spouse. Number two, you must be an understanding husband. Understand. Listen to your wife. Listening brings understanding. Hearing will lead to another thing altogether. If you listen, you will understand. But if you just hear, it brings a lot of things, brings even arguments. So listen to understand. Then be an understanding dad also in the family. You need to understand. Be a leader. As a man, you are the person who's leading this family. If you lead this family in the hall, that family shall be led in the hall. If you take them to the bush, they shall be led in the bush.
Yeah.
So be a leader. Provide leadership in the family. Those are the priorities. Another priority of a man is that after all this, then you can look at your personal issues. That is where your career comes in, your profession comes in, your business comes in. Then after that, that is where now other people that you are looking up to. There are those that you can give priority. There are those that are your mentors. Those people that you want to look up to, those whose marriages have succeeded. Those that you can consult. Okay? Then that is where now next you go to the extended family. And in the extended family, you also have to be very careful, because you have to also respect your extended family. That's part of your family. You have to understand them. Give them time. You have in-laws who are part of your families. And also in-laws can be serious problems to your marriage if you don't handle them well.
We'll discuss them. They're on the lineup.
We will discuss them. Then after that, you go to now friends. Friends should be the last. Hapo kwa hii mambo yote. Okay? Because this is where friends will also, they can also lead to your marriage being, your marriage breaking, because friends can tell you, oh, usikaliwe na mwanamke, knowing very well that ukikaliwa na mwanamke utasikia utamu, lakini ukikaliwa na mwanaume mwenzako si utaumia. Utasikia. Hiyo ni maisha tofauti, right? Because friends can tell you that, right?
Yeah.
Then what are the priorities of a woman, Obinna? The first one is to respect your husband, respect your spouse. Then be a very understanding wife. Understand your husband. Get to know, what does your husband want? What does she like? What does he like as a husband? Then after that, the first teacher in a family is a wife. Wife is the first teacher to the husband. Wife is the first teacher to the children. Be a teacher as a wife to your children. We'll talk about children. We'll also discuss further about it.
Okay.
Then be a homemaker, not a homewrecker. Be a homemaker.
Yes.
After that, you can look at your career, the profession, of which majority of people put their profession first.
Kazi yangu kwanza, family next.
Priority iko
shifted
upside down, right? Then after that, you can talk about the people that you can engage in terms of when there are issues, your role models, okay? Then extended family. Then after that, you can talk about friends. Those are the priorities. Now, when you have a woman as a wife, you're already in your marriage. You must know that as a man, there are two foodstuffs for a woman are number one, appreciation. Appreciate your woman. How beautiful she is, when she dresses nicely, when she prepares your food, appreciate her. Because women are emotional creatures. Men are more physical. So appreciate your woman. Number two is communication. Those are the two foodstuffs to women. Communicate with your woman. You know, women speak on average, between 10,000 to 26,000 words in a day, or 30,000 words in a day for some. A man speaks between 4,000 to 8,000 words in a day. So you may go back home and you feel that you are tired as a man. You just want to rest, you eat, you shower, you rest, you want to sleep. But your wife is just starting. Ndio anaanza.
They are a load side B.
Ndio ameload. But you don't want to give her time. Because when they speak, when women speak, they release a lot of tension, a lot of pressure, you know. They want to engage you as the husband. So give them time. Even if you are not listening, just hear. But I said listening brings understanding. Hearing just brings argument. Because you will hear to respond. Hearing brings response. You will just respond.
True.
Are we together?
True.
So, those are the two foodstuffs to a woman. Then the two foodstuffs to a man, very important and key, are number one, the physical food that you eat, the ugali, mboga, nyama. Okay? And the second food to a man is sex. So anasemanga, if I may crack a joke, that, that a good woman fills the stomach of the husband and empties his
balls.
True.
That
okay?
one is said, yeah.
So those are the two foodstuffs. So each and every person to play their role. Sometimes women may want to deny sex to their husbands. But you see again, a woman, intimacy to a woman is from the time you are talking to her. So you talk to her nicely, that is intimacy to her. Okay?
Yeah.
You make out, that is intimacy to her. Okay? When you go to bed, every stroke, that is intimacy to her, it counts. To the time of cuddling, that is intimacy. Intimacy to a man is just to ingia to talk. That is intimacy to a man. So again, women in marriage, you might have been, your husband might have brought so much issues during the day and what, do not deny them the food that they should eat. It might be to your disadvantage. You might feel that I can't give him because he didn't do this, he talked to me badly. But again, the bigger picture is for the success of the marriage. And remember, men are also very visual creatures. So if you deny them, they are visual creatures.
Utaona mwingine.
Utaona akiona mwingine anapita hapa, anaweza angalia. Okay? So up to that level, we've discussed quite...
Yeah, it's been quite broad.
Okay.
Now, this part, before now we come to another deeper part. Now, this one I want it to just be more like a quick fire. You see the parts that are going to be, that affect a relationship. We cover the upbringing. So these are the ones that are to guzie juju. Social. We have historical issues. We have in-laws. We have finances, emotional and psychological issues. Yeah.
Now, let's go to the next one, which is
Social.
Social issues.
Yes.
You know, Obinna, where you are when you go out, you meet friends, your current environment, where
Yes.
you are, some of your friends will tell you how they are the bulls in the houses.
True.
How a woman should not sit on you. They tell you that you need to deal with the woman this way or that way. But the day you are getting this woman, they were not there.
True.
You knew why you married this wife. You knew where you wanted to go with this woman.
True.
And you knew the purpose that I discussed here. And I told you that marriage is a union between two persons to the exclusion of all others except God. Okay? Then it is only fair for you, because those who are the ones who are advising you how to be a lion in your house, their marriages are also not okay. So they also want your marriage to break. So what do? You need to be wise. That is where wisdom applies. You need to be wise. And such type of friends, tell them, Bana, when it comes to my family, you need to keep off. Because you are the manager of your family. You are the leader of that family. If you lead that family, your friend is advising you to lead that family in a ditch, then you will get into a ditch. You will take that family into a ditch. So you need to be a very principled person and know the purpose why you married your wife.
True.
Then the next thing is
historical.
We have generational curses, historical issues. Oaths. Some people took oaths. There are some generational curses that if you do something, utaona, if your dad did this, your grandfather did this, you see things are just going wrong in a specific way. Those generational curses and issues are broken by prayers. You break the chains only by prayers. Those ones you can't go to mganga. You break them by prayers. That is why you invite God in your marriage.
Your marriage.
The next one is?
In-laws.
In-laws can be very tricky sometimes. Obinna, when you have a wife and you have your mother, boys are not easily separated from their mothers.
True.
Right?
True.
At the same time, you have a wife that you decided that I will marry, and the Bible says that a man shall leave his father and mother and join the wife, and the two shall become one. So you are one. So therefore, Obinna, you get to worry that you have your mother, you have your father, and then you have your wife. So you have two women in your life. Women love attention. Your mother will want your attention the same way your wife will want your attention. Right? So therefore, what do you do? Because they are all women. So the most important thing is to create a good relationship between your mother and your wife. At the same time, a good relationship between your mother, your father, and your wife. So that your parents can accept your wife, and your wife can accept your parents. Your wife should know that your parents are her parents. They are not her enemies. And your parents should know that your wife is part of your family and is your wife. They are not enemies.
True.
And therefore, your wife should understand, should listen to the in-laws, understand them, so that when she treats them also with respect. Your parents should also understand the type of a woman you married, and that is the choice that you made. And remember, boys marry their mothers. Eventually, the wife that they marry, you will find that that woman, the bigger percentage is the character of the mother. And girls marry their fathers. So if you are with your girls in the house, you need to know how you are behaving, because you are the first man in their lives. To be a man is like being their father. And to your boys, to be a mother is like to be a woman is like being their mother. So that is the only character they know. So if you see somebody amemari mtu unaona ni mbaya, you jue it's just from within the family. The character of a mother and a father. Very important. So that brings us to
To finances.
To next one, which is finances. Finances, we need to be very careful about it, Obinna. You don't marry because of finances. You marry because of love. There's a bigger purpose. And finances can be categorized into two. There's a situation where a husband earns more. The Bible advises men to provide. A man should provide. The Bible says that men provide for your families. And if you don't provide for your families, you are worse than a person who is not a believer. Okay? You are way worse than an unbeliever. So therefore, as a husband, you need to provide. Now, if you earn more than your wife, depending on how you agree, there are certain expenses in the house that you might want your wife to take care of. If she is working, if she's not working, provide fully. If she is working, then depending on how you want to agree with your wife. But I still advocate that if you earn, just provide. But if the wife earns more than the husband, also a situation comes in.
Kuna shida.
Now, that is the time that some women, they want to take that opportunity to step on their husbands. You must know that your husband is the head of your family. If you earn more than your husband, Obinna, if you can share love, came together because of love, you can share your bodies, you can share children, you can share family, then for sure you can share finances.
Money is where you draw the line.
Then for sure you can share finances. Yeah. Therefore, when it comes to finances, learn on how to still respect your husband even if you earn more than them. But you can equally provide if your husband has no job, because if it reaches a point where the husband will have a job, then he will provide. So this thing is just the same. And there's a situation where the moment the wife is earning more, now the wife wants the husband to even wash dishes. And if you agree, if that is your agreement, it's okay. But it depends. Yeah. Maybe there are also husbands who love cooking. They just want to cook. You can go on with your cooking. If you don't,
balcony, yes,
but there should be no bullying in the relationship.
Okay.
So that you respect your husband as the head of the family. And husband, if you are earning and your wife is not earning, provide. If you are earning and your wife earns, but you earn more than your wife, and you, depending on your agreement, the setup, then you can also just provide. Because by the end of the day, you might be earning, and your wife is earning, and she keeps some money. One day when you are broke, and you've been spending in this family, I'm very sure that woman will spend on you. Will spend in the
Not most of the time. You've heard of the theories where a man will lose his job and then automatically sasa first sauti yako isikike kwa hiyo nyumba, then kuna pia theory about when a lady will buy for you a glass of milk in the house. Mimi nimekuwa na walisha tu kwa nyumba, watu kazi ni kukaa tu. Sasa ni mdomo ni kuambiwa ni nini. It happens. Majority of men have gone through. They always say, if you want to know the true character of your wife, lose your job. Even some men have been told, ask for a leave. Ena nyumbani pretend umepoteza kazi. Kaa tu miezi 3 tu kwa nyumba, then look at what you married. Kaa tu miezi 3 ile una pesa, umefukuzwa kazi, lakini uko tu leave, na ya juu uko leave. Then sasa utaona true characters. What do you do in such circumstances?
You know, Obinna, it is very important, just what I've said, because I was offering an advisory.
Yes.
That's why I'm telling women that if you are earning more than your husband, please get to know that this husband is the head. And that is what the Bible says. The husband is the head of the family. At that particular moment, the roles have not changed.
Yeah.
So provide, because this is a family. And I've said, if you can share your bodies with a man, if you can share your body with a man, you can share children with a man, you can share love with a man, then for sure you can share finances.
Yeah.
At the same time, men, I'm stressing that if you earn and your wife is not working, or even if your wife is working, depending on your agreement, be the provider, because the Bible says that a man should provide for the family.
Joint account should you have with your person? Unaleta munaweka.
You know, I said marriage is a union between two persons to the exclusion of all others. And the Bible says that a husband and a wife A husband shall leave his father and mother and join the wife, and the two shall become one. You shall become one. So what is the purpose of your marriage? If you're one and you have purpose in this marriage, then there's no problem of sharing bank accounts.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
But I'm a swipe. Emotional and psychological issues.
Yeah, I discussed it when I said that as a man, you need to provide emotionally. Okay. Provide emotionally. You can provide materially and also provide emotionally. Yeah. When there's emotional neglect, then that is where a problem comes, because there's emotional emptiness. Okay. Somebody's blank emotionally. Okay. Then it becomes a problem. Okay. Okay? Because you have to water your marriage. Your marriage is like a flower. When it grows, you have to water it. Okay. Yes.
Grieving. The last one there is grieving.
We talked about grieving. You know, grieving is as a source of conflict. So we will talk about it under conflict resolution. Okay. So maybe if I can just go direct to conflict resolution.
Bado. Bado kidogo tu before tuingie kwa conflict resolution. Yes. Wacha hata niweke hiyo hapa chini. Conflict resolution.
Yes.
Let's tackle kidogo tu hapa about age. Does age matter in a marriage? Like unapata dem labda ameshinda mzee na miaka nini.
Age matters in a marriage. Number one, you are not allowed to marry a child. That is defilement. Okay. A person who is below the age of 18 years. Okay. Number two, generally, Obinna, in the matters of the heart, there is no logics. That is why nowadays you find that somebody who is an adult but younger, either a man or a woman, marries the other one who is slightly older or way older. The Bible says that there are 7 things that you might not understand, that even surprises God. How a snake moves on the ground. How an old man can marry a young woman. That is one of them. If you read about the 7 things that is a surprise to the universe. Yeah. But again, Obinna, marriage is by consent. True, if two adults come together and consent to come together, then there's no problem with it. Women mature so fast in terms of thinking, in terms of age. They mature so fast. So it is always very advisable for young men, okay, or for men to marry women who are younger than them, because women mature so fast, so their reasoning capacity will always almost be at par. Are we together? That is what is advisable. But again, love conquers all. You can find that love has conquered you, so you can make your own decision so long as you are an adult. But the most important thing is that you have to make that marriage be a success.
All righty. There you have it from Mheshimiwa Babu Owino. Now we are coming back with the part 2. So it's a conflict resolution. And then now we come back. Now we start mirroring. He's been married for a while. What is that one thing that he wishes he knew before marriage? Then how does he balance? Because he's a very busy man. His political career, his education, him being a dad, him being a husband, nini. So we also need to talk about that one. And then also marriages today. Mambo imechemuka sana, things are happening. There's a lot of loyalty, disloyalty, betrayal. How do you handle such things in a marriage? For example, cheating. Unajua wanasemanga, kama dema amecheat maze usisame. Wacha aende akienda though kiomaga. We want to talk about that one as well. But for now, let me talk to you guys about investing property. I'm talking about Fervent Properties. They're the best in town. They have properties all over the country. Just call the number and let them know, niaje, me I want some land. Nimeona pale kwa Obinna. Muko na shamba wapi na ni pesa ngapi na nakupanga. Check this out. What's up everybody? Oga Obinna is in the building, and this is another property we have at Fervent Properties. What do I mean? Hii ni barabara inatoka pale Koma inaenda Macha. Okay? We are on the road. It is an acre plot of land. So nafika hapa, unaweza ichukua yote kama acre, but pia ukipenda munashikana. Plot zimekatwa hapa na kila plot ni 950,000 shillings only. Munaona?
brand new, ndo tunakatakata mamiti nini, tupige ka perimeter fence hivi nini, so it's brand new. And tayari tuko na title deed. Na kama unataka kulipa cash, kuja na 850. Sema ni Obinna amekutuma ndio 850, weka kwa meza, chukua plot yako hapa, weka petrol station, weka shopping mall, weka shule, weka hospitali, because this is a very fast growing town. Ile ni Koma, hii inaenda Macha on the road. Property imefika mpaka barabara hii yote. Maze, it does not get better than this one. Come through Faven Properties and we are very legitimate. So piga your number, find out malipo ya polepole ni gani, nini, alafu kama ujipange kuja tu grow pamoja.
All right, so there you have it from Faven Properties. I want you to do the needful. If you want legit property, talk to them. And also for the ones who have houses and you want to change the way your house looks like, you want it to look beautiful, I want you to talk to Mr. Frames Kenya. They're going to be sorting you up with how your house looks like. Wacha kwa na nyumba imeboeka tu, wacha kuja kutenzeki wall unit nini, hizo mawainscoting kwa ukuta, mambo yao hiyo. Hata mpaka gypsum wanafanya live. Back. This is Obinna Show live. It's a very interesting Monday. We're having a conversation with Honourable Dr. Babu Owino. And then after this one, we're going to be having a conversation with Star Nagacho. Yes, we're going to be talking about finances, sasa for the young people. How do you get to balance that? How do you get to figure it out? The mission is to eradicate poverty. And then after that one, we are having Kimbi. Leoni back to back kama Undertaker na Kane. But right now, imechemuka. Nakwambia tuko class, tuko lecture. Na comments hapa watu wanasema mambo live, wanasema anybody who sits down with Babu Owino for 3 minutes can give a lecture in any university in Kenya. So also later I'm going to be allowing you guys to bring all the questions about relationships that maybe you want a professional to tackle. Zitakuwa zote zinakam na takuwa na zihandle. We've broken down a couple of things in marriage. Tumechora madiagram, triangle. Huku kuna wengine naona wanaitisha ruler. Kuna wengine nasema karatasi imejaa, wanaitisha kitabu ingine. Yeah, but now we are coming to conflict resolution. All right. You're with this beautiful person. You guys are having a beautiful marriage. And then different things happen. For example, let me paint scenarios, then we see how we can tackle them, because conflicts are different. For example, let's start with a very simple conflict of in-laws. Ndugu zake wamekuja, wamekataa kutoka. Mama yake amekuja, amemove in. Sasa umeoa yeye na mama yake. Ama baba yako amekuja, amekwama kwenyu. Sasa anataka akue romantic nini, babako pia amekaa tu kwa kiti sasa, anaona huyu mzee sasa atamlaani nini. Ama you've decided to bring in your siblings. So they live with you and she's not okay with it and nini. So conflict has started from that. So how do we tackle that one?
Very, very important. Maybe you can, because I want to handle conflict as a whole thing.
Oh, as a whole thing,
there
okay.
There are so many sources of conflicts.
Okay.
And actually what we are talking about, there are different types of conflicts, Obinna. So
okay.
I will just handle them wholesomely. So the first type of conflict is a conflict between husband and wife.
Okay.
Or wife and husband, the first one.
Okay.
Second type of conflict, Obinna, is a conflict between children and parents.
Okay.
Child, wife, child, mother, child, father. The next type of conflict is conflict between any of the spouses and the in-laws. or relatives. Okay? Then there's conflict between family and friends. Okay. So all these are conflicts. Now, the general rule of conflicts is so simple, Obinna. To answer what you said, and then I go deeply into conflicts generally. When an in-law wants to live with you, your father wants to live with you, or the mother of your wife or father of your wife wants to live in your house. The first most important thing, Obinna, is to discuss with your spouse.
Okay.
Discuss with your spouse. Are you in agreement? Because some of the times also you'll need privacy. There are certain circumstances by which you can also live with your parents. The parents can be too old. The current parents can also be sickly if they are ailing. Okay? But these parents also have their houses. Are we together?
True.
But you can take care. Always, the common denominator is that you must take care of your parents. As a child, you must take care of your own biological parents, and the parents of your in-laws are also your parents. As a man. As a woman, you must also take care of your parents, both parents, from your husband and your own biological parents. So you have to discuss in a family. Everything that you do, discuss. If you discuss issues, Obinna, you will never have challenges in a marriage.
Okay.
Okay? I think I can handle that and leave it at that, because it is also a very sensitive issue. Okay. Some people can say that, oh, you said my mother should not stay with my... Okay? I don't want to go that direction. But the most important thing, discuss. And to our in-laws, our fathers, our parents, you have to also know that you also had your time that you enjoyed with your husband, with your wife.
Preach, brother,
so
preach.
You can leave your children also to enjoy.
To enjoy,
but
yes.
to your children, you must always take care of your parents. That is also very important. Now, when it comes to different types of conflicts, there are different ways by which conflicts come into being. Number one, if any of the partners is grieving, and grief can be as a result of a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one, okay? Also, financial issues can bring grief in the family.
True.
Another source of conflict are what I shared with you. They can be emotional neglect, psychological neglect. There can be issues of your environment, your current environment, and also your upbringing. And I talked about it deeply.
Yeah.
If you have a poor upbringing, all those will bring issues. So how do you solve conflict in a marriage? Number one, Obinna, is to solve the conflict as it arises immediately. When you identify a conflict, solve the conflict. Go to the root cause of the conflict. What caused the conflict? Do not treat the symptoms. Deal with the conflict, the root cause, the causes itself. Number two, you might find that you are trying to solve the conflict, but tempers are rising.
Yeah.
Then that is a time out. Do not proceed. Postpone. Because it will lead to another thing. Sometimes it will lead to physical violence, which is not good in a family.
True.
So the moment you see that one partner is going up, always be the bigger person. If a partner is going low, you go up. Don't go low, lower. So that you can meet somewhere. Because if the partner is, if the tempers are going high and your tempers are also going high, you are both boiling, then there will be chaos automatically. So if one person is going up, you go low. If one person is going low, you go up. But what is important is for you guys to come to an understanding. Okay? The next thing is to listen. Listening brings understanding. Hearing brings response. So listen to understand what is the issue, what led to the conflict. Okay?
Yeah.
Do not argue. Another one, do not argue. Discuss the issues. Do not argue. Because the moment you argue, you become defensive. Discuss the issues. Another thing, do not insult. Do not use vulgar language. Do not say you are a useless man, you are a useless woman, you are a stupid person. Do
Mtoto mjinga kama
do not insult.
Uwache hizo kabisa.
Do not insult. Forget about them. Another thing, do not bring past issues. Do not bring past issues. Do not open the wounds that already healed. Because if you open them up, definitely you are bringing chaos.
True.
Okay? Another thing, forgive, Obinna. Forgiveness. Go into discussion knowing that this is my partner, this is not my enemy. Discuss issues. Forgive. Be open to forgive. Learn to say sorry, even when you are not wrong sometimes. Sometimes in marriage, you will choose to be right or to be happy. Most of the time, when you are happy, you are not right. And when you are right, you are not happy. So don't go that direction. Okay?
Okay.
Then another thing, the type of words, the tone, your tone when handling conflict is very important. If you consistently raise your tone, you will not come into agreement. You will not solve anything. So watch your tone as a woman in the house. Watch your tone as a man in the house. Okay? Another thing, avoid using the word why. Why brings defense. Instead say, help me understand.
Who put it in context?
Sorry?
The why? Who put it in context?
When you start saying, why did you do this? You see, it brings you to your defense automatically. Why did you have this? Why did you do this? You know? But help me understand.
Okay.
How can I help? How can I solve? Use the word how, when, what. But why brings chaos and defense in conflict resolution as you are resolving. Okay? Then make sure that you always, if you postpone this conflict that you're supposed to resolve, make sure you discuss it when your tempers go down. Do not discuss any conflict, any issues in marriage while you are angry, while you are grieving, while you are feeling isolated, when you are feeling all the poisons of life that I discussed here, while you are anxious, you will not come up with solutions. Then get to know that this is my partner. You know, Obinna, attack the issues. Do not attack your partner. Attack the issues that arose. Do not attack your partner. When two horses look at the enemies and they kick, where will they be kicking?
Each other.
They'll be kicking each other. So when you look at the enemy and you kick, you'll kick each other. But when you look at yourselves and you kick, you'll be kicking the enemy. Enemies. The enemy is not your partner. The enemy is the issue. That is what you should attack.
Okay.
Are we together?
We are together. Let me throw a spanner in the works. Should you forgive cheating?
Now,
both the man and the woman side.
Now, issue of cheating and faithfulness. The Bible recognizes that the only condition, the only situation where you should divorce your wife or your husband is when one partner is unfaithful.
Oh, Bible may allow.
The Bible says so. At the same time, the Bible hates divorce. The Bible says that, I think in Malachi, that it doesn't like divorce. So which means the intention is for this relationship to work. There are different ways by which partners treat cheating. Number one, some of them will prefer to revenge, to cheat back.
Hata mimi naenda kulimwa. Mamelimana hata mimi naenda kulimwa. Kidogo Obinna amepigiwa. Hey Obinna. Bado uko samaki. Ninapitia kusema hi.
Now, some of them can choose to cheat back, to revenge. Some can choose to walk away. Some can choose to forgive. Now, this idea of cheating back, that's not an option. Revenge is not an option. Okay? Because in the course of your revenging, you might get so many bad things. You might get STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, or sexually transmitted demons. You know these things are also very spiritual. Okay? You can choose also to forgive depending on how deep you have been into your relationship. Because Obinna, number one, forgiveness is the only antibiotics without side effects. Being bitter with your partner is like you are swallowing poison and you expect your partner to die. You are the one who feels bad about it, you know? You feel so bad about it. If you don't forgive, you're like a body walking in the streets. It's a dead body. You are walking and you're carrying a dead body on your back. Okay? So it depends on how. That will depend from spouse to spouse. I cannot definitely tell you that this is what you should do.
Okay. But
it depends. I can only give you options. Okay? But again, Obinna, you need to use the 20-80% in marriage. 20-80% rule. That what you said, that uko wapi niko samaki samaki. Unataka ulimwe. Let me tell you something, Obinna. You know, you as a man, you only have 80%. You lack 20%.
Of what?
Of all the qualities that should make a man.
Ah, okay.
Okay? You are not perfect. You can't be 100%
nobody
perfect.
Is, yeah.
So you lack 20%. Then your partner chooses to go and look for a person thinking that that person has 100%. When you reach that person, you realize that that person also lacks 20% but lacks it differently. Then you say that, hey, this one also lacks another 20%. Then you go to the next person. So you will end up walking and you walk, meeting the whole world, thinking that they have 100%, but they all lack something.
Yeah.
So have your 80%, you provide the 20%, it becomes 100%. You move on.
Songa nayo.
Songa nayo.
Okay.
The issue of finances, again, there's something I've just remembered while I was talking. If you're a man, the easiest way to deal with some things of finances, because some men, they don't like being asked for money on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. Then why don't you just program yourself? You know that within a month, this is the program, this is the budget that you have in a family. How can you provide? So that end month, you just give money to your wife. She knows what to do within those 4 weeks. Anaweza ziprorate, ajue venye ataspend.
True.
If kama upendi kitungu, mwambie andike budget. Toa hiyo kitungu kama upendi. If you don't have money, you don't need to eat sausages if you can eat bread. You don't have to drink chai ya maziwa. If there is no money for maziwa, you take strong tea. That is still tea. That is how you plan.
Rework the budget.
That is how you can rework the budget, agree. Then hii maneno ya kutoa pesa kila siku, you can get irritated. Irritation is also one of the poisons of life in that waffle pancake that we drew. Yeah. Okay? Irritation, you can feel like you are so irritated. So that is what we have with the conflict resolution, Obinna.
Okay.
And the issue of unfaithfulness is also there.
Let me throw one more, the gender-based violence. That also falls under conflict.
Yes, gender-based violence is a very sensitive issue.
Yeah.
And gender-based violence can mean a male figure, husband, a male figure beating, assaulting a female figure, or even a female figure assaulting a male figure. Yeah. And you've seen most of this gender-based violence, they end up into very difficult situations, death. Yeah. They end up into death. So the best thing to do when you are faced with such issues is number one, to pray about it. Number two, to involve your parents as couples. You involve your parents, because if one couple dies, the other one will go to prison automatically. Am I right? True. And then the children will suffer. Now that is what we are talking about, trauma and poor upbringing, and those children will produce again broken generations. Okay? So that your generation will forever be broken. So poor parenting brings up traumatized children. Traumatized children brings up, again, broken generation. So it will be a cycle. So the most important thing, involve your parents, involve elders of the church or leaders of the church. Okay? You can involve your do I call them your mentors? You can involve mentors. in that so that at least a solution can be brought. But cure the root cause of gender-based violence is upbringing. Therefore, to parents, we'll talk about children, how you handle your children. How you handle your children, how you bring up your children is the real cause of the gender-based violence. Poor upbringing will most likely lead to that. If you go to prison, there was some statistics that showed that 80% of those in prison are from single parenthood or total orphans.
Yeah.
So that tells you that poor upbringing brings a lot of challenges.
True. Well, you are dispensing knowledge carelessly. Kunao mabibi wenye chenye pasta amesema ndio ni katiba. Ajai hata nawisha bwana, lakini pasta akifika sasa pasta ananawishwa, sani ni glass pasta nasaviwa, lakini mzee anaambiwa si upakwe, kwani ni nini utashinda umetusumbua hapa kwa nyumba? Nasema huyu ni mtumishi wa Mungu, lazima sasa angojwe vizuri mpaka unaweza pasta nataka nikuongeze chakula.
You know, Obinna, the first most important person in a family, in a marriage, is a husband or a wife. Before you treat other people's husbands well, treat your husband well. Before you treat other people's wives well, treat your wife well. Before you please other people's wives, please your wife. Before you please other people's husbands, please your husband. Before you please other people's children, please your children.
Okay.
It is very, very important, because even the Bible recognizes that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself, which means the Bible gives you a room that you should love yourself.
True.
So that you can also love
others,
your neighbor with the same love that you have for yourself. So the women should know that the most important person in a marriage, in a house, is a husband. Therefore, that husband should be given the best plates, scissors, and you may keep. Should be given the best food that you are preparing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
And that husband, you also need to appreciate that woman. Akitengeneza best food, appreciate also.
Okay.
So that ye pia feel ako appreciated. Then the same to a husband. Kuna husbands pia wanaweza karibisha bishops na pastors ambaye are female vizuri.
Yeah, of course.
So hiyo ni two-way traffic.
Okay.
So the most important thing is to realize that the husband is the head of the family, and also realize that as a man you need to love your wife. Go back to the basics. The basics. And then I think that will not be a problem anymore.
Be a problem. Unajua inasukumanga hata kwa mavazi Kwa nyumba watu wanashinda na stocking kwa kichwa.
Now that is very important, Obinna.
Akitaka kutoka ndio sasa tamanenda girls night out. Sasa lakini kwa nyumba ni t-shirt tu za Obinna Show live. T-shirt yake imeandikwa tu Oga Obinna.
Obinna, in dressing, women is very, very important. Men are visual creatures. Is what they see. So ukiwa kwa nyumba na unavaa blanketi 24/7, ujue kuna shida.
Ujifunika na duvet tu.
Yes. Dress the way you want to be addressed in that house.
Kwesha mambo.
At night. Okay? Na umejua kukaa vizuri mchana na kukaa vizuri usiku. Ni tofauti. So kaa vizuri usiku. Ukiambia bibi akae vizuri usiku, hiyo ni tofauti. Na kaa vizuri mchana, hizo zote ni tofauti. So it's important for women, you dress to please your husband.
Yeah.
These men are visual creatures. So please kwanza before please the streets.
Okay. Morali kisha kwa marriage, sexual desire, because you know that is now part of the things that normally hold you together, but once you stayed with someone for a while, some have stayed for like 3, 4, 5 years, wengine hata 1 year.
Yes.
Unafeel tu mtu yako sana kubambi tena, sasa kidogo unapata touch reduce maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. Wife is always not in the mood. Husband is always tired. Oh, mimi nimechoka, sitaki stories zako, wewe wacha kuninini. Mastingo reduce. Kuzi ni position moja tu, ni missionary all through. Yeah, na pia ni mood swings. Wewe maliza unifunike. Yani, marriage has a lot of things. Yani nafikanga pale zile unaona ile ya kufungua mlango ya bedroom na lingerie, hey baby boy. No more. Hakuna vitu kama hizo, ni kulala tu hivi. Wazembe wewe si umejua ni kila Wednesday. Wewe ngoja Wednesday. Ni appointment sasa lazima ni kubembelezana. Unangoja Wednesday umefika. Hai leo siko kwa mood guy. Wewe ngoja mpaka next Wednesday. How do you bring back the fire?
You know, Obinna, the Bible says that the only time that a husband or a wife should deny each other sex is when they are praying or when a partner is probably sick. The Bible says so. Why? Because the Bible further says that if you deny your partner, you should not deny them because of lack of their self-control. They might lack that self-control and start looking for something outside that marriage.
Yeah.
So therefore, we go back again into consideration that for you to make, I talked about intimacy to a woman. If you want to sleep with your wife, you must start talking to this woman nicely. The moment you start being bad to this woman, anakuwa dry automatically. A man, hata ukilala kando ya woman while you are annoyed, na ashike, you will just get up instantly. But a woman, if you make noise to her, or if you annoy her, she will automatically become dry, which means she will not be in the mood.
Yeah.
So men get to know that for you to enjoy, you need to know what makes this woman intimate. I talked about the two foodstuffs for women. Number one, I said it is appreciation. Appreciate your woman. Number two is communication. Communicate with your woman. On the other hand, the two foodstuffs to a man, I said is clearly physical food, nyama, mboga, omena, ugali. Okay, ama mukimo. On the other hand is sex. So women, do not deny your husband's sex.
Okay.
In marriage. And husbands, perform your marital roles. As a father, you have roles in that family. The conjugal rights to your wife, do not deny them. So do not deny. Hata kama mmekosana aje, you can postpone your issues. But when it comes to that, do not deny each other.
Maliza mrudi kwa issues tena.
Or during prayers, only during prayers and when somebody is sick.
Okay.
Yes, so malizana hata issues, you can postpone your issues, malizane ndio. Because the Bible says you may lack self-control.
Okay.
And to avoid temptations.
Okay. Naming rights. Who names who? What, where? We've heard of a lot of people having very strange names. Ama wengine anakosana. Mtoto wa kwanza ilifaa name after baba yangu, umemname after baba yako, huyu mwingine atakuwa side yenu nini? Who has the power of naming?
In a family, I think when you agree, when you communicate, is very important. And also it depends on which cultures you're coming from. If you come from the Luo culture that I come from, that is a patriarchal community where the child automatically takes the name of the father. Okay? Then you can also have a matriarchal community like the Kikuyu community, where sometimes they say that the child belongs to the mother. But I believe that the child belongs to both the parents, either patriarchal or matriarchal. The child belongs to both the mother and the father. So as a woman, you find that even in the Kikuyu community, there are some children who are named after their mothers and you are a man, like Wanjeri, Wamumbi. You see, such kids, it means that such kids, when they were born, probably they were born from a single mom.
Yeah.
And that single mom worked so hard to bring them up. And you know, single mothers, you know, my mother was a single mother at class 3. So at that particular moment, I was brought up by a single mom after dad had passed on. So we know what single parents go through and we really appreciate them for the great work that they do. They are both the father and the mother in a family. So you find that in the Kikuyu community, they will name because of lack of a father figure in that family.
True.
In other communities, they name after their fathers. But also in the Kikuyu community, husband and wife, you will find that the first child probably is named after the parent on the maternal side, on the paternal side. Then they go to the maternal side. Maybe, I think it's something like that. So naming rights, it depends on how you communicate, how you agree.
Okay.
I don't think if it should be a problem in a family.
Last but not least, co-parenting. Let's talk children.
Yes.
This especially are for parents who are no longer now together, but their children were involved. What's the best way to do that?
Obinna, co-parenting means that the two parents were at some point, they were together, or it was just a relationship that was a situationship or a relationship. You can understand what I'm saying. I don't want to go deep into it. But a child came as a result of this.
Yeah.
Then a child should never suffer because of the mistakes or the issues that arose between the parents. A child should be treated with lots of respect and love. And therefore, that child should be treated, if you have a child outside, should be treated the same way you are treating your own children in your own house, because all these are all your children. And even the law of succession, it recognizes very well that all the children should be treated equally. So a child should not suffer. Sometimes it becomes very difficult, Obinna, to co-parent because of disagreements.
Yeah.
Because probably the mother of the child wants this, the father also wants this. But with all those disagreements, it should not bring any challenge or a problem to this child. Because the child is an innocent soul in all this. And again, you need to drop your egos when you want to bring up a child. You should not say that now you will not see this child because of this or that. Remember, you are both parents. Yeah. You're both biological parents of this child. So the child should enjoy both the love of the father and the mother. And you also risk that this child can be also traumatized as they grow up. So therefore, you need to be careful about that. So it should not be a card to be used to punish one parent, either the mother or the father.
Okay.
But where a child is involved, there must be a lot of respect for the respect of the child, so that this child is not traumatized.
Okay.
Then on the issue of children generally, there are other questions?
No, now we are coming back to you now. Yeah. You are saying children generally?
Issues of children generally,
yes.
Obinna. As parents, we've talked about upbringing. Be rest assured that your child will turn out in future to be exactly how you brought them up. If you bring them up in a very hostile environment where they don't see love, they will turn out to be very cruel in life, to be very anxious, to be very numb, to be grieving, to be lonely, to be isolated. They will feel all those poisons of life. Okay? Unforgiving spirit. And therefore, they will also produce generations which will also suffer the same trauma. So therefore, as you bring up a child, let the children see love. Let your children not see you making love, but let them see you being cozy with each other. You can hug, you can date your wife, you can do dinners together, eat with your children together in the house, teach them the Christian values, take them to church. Spend time with your children, Obinna. The most important thing is time. The most important gift to a child is not even education. It's time first, then followed by education. True. Spend individual time with them so that you can learn what they go through. Because every day, children grow very fast, and there are so many changes that they are undergoing. Even teenagers. When you're dealing with teenagers, deal with them as adults, because there are a lot of changes they are experiencing. When a child asks you a question, know that they are ready for an answer. So give them an answer. If you know that an answer might be so cruel, then be brief with the truth. Say the truth, but be brief. Do not over-explain yourself, because you will contradict yourself. Then with the same children, love them equally. You know, Obinna, their parents, if you go to their families, they tell you that this is my favorite child. You are affecting other children
Yeah.
You will mess up these other children permanently, because they will grow up knowing that they are not loved. They were not the favorite. So they will grow up in the same environment but come up differently. A story is told of two gentlemen who turned out to be two different people in life. Their father used to be a drunkard. Then one turned out to be a doctor. The other one turned out to be a drunkard. Then they were asked, what happened? Both of them were asked, what happened? Then they both said, it is what I saw. Children learn by what they see, not what they hear. If they see love, they give love. If they see hatred, they give hatred. If they see emptiness, they give emptiness. So the doctor, the one saw the father drinking and studied so hard and said, I will never drink like my father, and became a doctor. Another one saw the father drinking and said, to be a man is like being my father. So I will drink and become like my father, and became a drunkard. So children learn by what they see. So be very careful as you handle your children. Then be very forgiving. You must create a relationship between you as a son, you as a husband, as a father, with your children. There must be a good relationship. Forgive them. Discuss issues with them. Do not argue with them. If you must punish a child, the Bible says that spare the rod and spoil the child. If you must punish a child, call a child, explain the mistake that the child did to that child. Explain that mistake perfectly well.
True.
Then after that, unaweza chapa mtoto.
Punish the mistake.
But do not beat this child in the presence of other children or in public, because you are taking away self-esteem of this child. You are taking away his or her self-confidence. You are messing this child. Put the child in the house, punish the child, explain the reason why you are punishing, stay with the child until the child calms down, then let the child leave. Are we together?
Copied.
Then generally, make sure you bring the child in the ways that you want them to be, so that when they grow up, they don't turn away from those ways that you taught them.
Okay.
So date them, talk to them. The love language, if we come back to love kidogo ya marriage, and also the love language for children. Love language for children is touch. Children love to be touched. That's why if they see you, daddy, they come to you, mommy, they come jump on you, touch. And also gifts. They love gifts. You also as a wife and as a husband, learn the love language of your husband and your wife. Love language can be spending quality time, can be appreciation. Men love affirmation. Women love to be appreciated. If you have girl children, appreciate them. The girl child, appreciate them so much. Whatever you tell your girl child, they take it as law, as a parent, as a father. Then give words of affirmation to your boys. So men want affirmation, women want to be appreciated. Then spend quality time. Then this act of service as a love language. Okay? Then there's tender touch as a love language. If you are treating your partner, do not treat your partner according to your love language that you like. Do it according to their love language.
Their love language. Yeah.
Yeah, right? If theirs is appreciation, appreciate them. If yours is an act of service, they should give you an act of service. Are we together on that? That way mambo itakuwa sawa.
Yes. Now let me put you on the spot. Would you marry your wife again if you were to meet today?
I would marry my wife 1,000 times. Because she's the best thing that happened to my life.
Okay.
Yes.
She made you a better person. When did you guys meet?
We met 15 years ago. We dated and we got married. So I met her while she was at the University of Nairobi studying economics. Yes.
Oh. Just putting it out there, I emceed their wedding.
By the way, you were there. You are the one who was the MC during our wedding.
The wedding. Yes.
Yeah.
I was the MC in the wedding.
Actually, Obinna was the MC in our wedding, to be honest. And you did an amazing work.
Asante.
And that wedding only had around 20 to 30 people.
Close people. Yes. Like it was very
Because it was
private.
only a family affair.
That's true. That's
Yes.
true. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you made it worthwhile.
Yes.
Yes.
You've reminded me of that.
Man, You have been married for a while now. You said you guys have known each other for 15 years.
Yes.
What is that one thing you wish you knew before?
I wish I knew nothing before because I I got an excellent woman. By the way, I got an excellent woman, and I want to thank God for that. Because as Babu Owino, I've had my challenges. I'm not perfect in marriage. No, there's no perfect marriage. There's no perfect marriage. I've had my ups and downs, but I'm the one who's always been on the wrong side.
Yeah.
I was on the wrong side for so many reasons, you know. But my wife chose to be a forgiving wife. And she's always stood by my side. You saw she was fighting by my side. Even in the bush when I was kidnapped, I was the first person to have been kidnapped in the Ruto's government. They disappeared with me for 3 days. My wife even came to look for me in the bush there, huko at Wanguru in Kirinyaga, at night, past midnight. And even leave that alone, Obinna. I've been with my wife, and she's my strength. She's been part of me. She's my best friend.
Yeah.
Yes, so she's a beautiful soul. She's beautiful physically, beautiful in soul. So she's my support system.
Okay.
So there is no any single thing I would want again apart from that woman.
Okay.
Yes.
As a public figure, a politician, you're doing school, you're doing everything you're doing. How do you balance your time?
Told you time is created for important things and
Yes.
important people.
Yeah.
In 24 hours, such a long time, you can create time. I always create time when it is, the Bible says that there's a season, a time and a season for everything.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 3. So you create time. So time is created when it is time for education. I know that I must create even just a little 1 hour per day to read. I know what time to wake up and to create that time and to read, or even before I sleep, I can decide to read. When I come back home, na wachana na mambo yangu ya being a mheshimiwa. Now I'm a dad. I must be a responsible dad to my kids and a loving husband to my wife.
Okay.
When I come home now, mimi niko kwa family.
Okay.
We have to spend time, we have to talk, we have to communicate, we have to play.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Let's pick a few questions that have been burning that you want to shoot. Remember, today I'd specifically invited Mwesh to just discuss relationship, marriage, and we can tackle that matter. So to revolve around that area. All right. Ray D. Oyaro Wheatby. Where? Ray D. Jiraingi Oyaro. No, Ray D. Oyaro. Obinna. What of the issue of the phone and privacy? Ameandika mara tatu. Obinna, akaweka mauja. What of the issue of phone and privacy? Akaweka simu. Obinna, what of the issue of phone and privacy?
You know, Obinna, when it comes to phone, if you can handle your wife like your partner, let me talk about your wife and your husband, because it also applies to the wives. If you can be touching your partner the way you touch your phone, imagine how much love there could be in that family, right?
After 2 seconds.
Yes, so issues of phones. Personally, my kids have my password. My wife has my password. So I don't see the need of hiding certain things, you know?
Okay.
Wako na password yangu, mtoto anakuja, anataka kucheza mambo yake kwa games kwa simu.
Your kid plays
yes,
games
with my
your
phone. Yes, even yesterday.
Oh, that's
Almost
interesting.
for a whole 1 hour.
Na venye simu yako inashanga na calls zikiingia.
Yeah, inalia sana. But you
Ananyonga.
see, by the time pia niko kwa nyumba Obinna, I might not receive all the phone calls. And I really apologize for Kenyans for that. Because sometimes I'm in the house, I need to now be a father. I need to be a husband. There are also emergency calls that I need to attend to. So sometimes I may pick, but I might not pick all, because in a day, I can receive close to over 1,000 calls in a day. So I know that there are people that might be calling me sometimes when I feel like Babu is not picking our calls. You cannot kill me in a phone. So I cannot see your call and just ignore. So probably I'm just committed in one way or the other. Saa zingine niko bunge, saa zingine niko siasa, saa zingine niko mambo ya church, saa zingine niko mambo ya family, just like you. You can also be busy.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not that I don't give you a priority, but hapo utanisamea.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I don't pick, drop me a text.
Stephen Choge, Babu, what can you say about women who dress badly, exposing their body too much?
Obinna, dress the way you want to be addressed. If you walk in the streets, you dress and you say your dress is your choice, just know the way you will be addressed is also completely different. And
That's
you see,
also
ladies also say that, you know, my dress, my choice. Yes, you probably use those men are visual, you used the dress, you may attract a man hapa na pale, then after a short time, akishamalizana na wewe, ameepa, then unajiuliza what's wrong with me. Now, probably that is one of the main challenges, because probably the man might not be looking at you as a wife material, might be looking at you as
a toy.
A different thing altogether, different person altogether. So also be careful as you dress up. You can still dress decently, nicely, without revealing so much, but you're still okay. You know, there are only 3 circumstances that you're allowed to be arrogant and proud, Obinna, in life. Only 3. Only 3. The first circumstance, if you are a religious person, you are allowed, you can be arrogant, you can be proud, because after all, there's nothing you can do about such a person. Atakwambia utadu, akona personal connection na Mungu, conviction. Number 2, if you are an intelligent person, you are allowed to be proud and arrogant, because what will you do about it anyway? He is still intelligent, haitaisha. Number 3, if you are a beautiful lady, because you will not take that beauty, you are still allowed to be proud and arrogant.
Yeah.
Are you getting me, Obinna? But if you have money, you better shut up, because that money, a fool and his money are soon departing, are soon parting ways. Sorry, are soon parting ways. Okay? And number 2, that money, anybody can make it anytime. And that money can also dwindle anytime. Right? If you have power, you must be very humble, because that power can fly. That power can go anytime. But if you are intelligent, you can be proud. If you are beautiful, you can be proud. If you are religious, you can be proud. So, ladies, it is not the clothes that make you beautiful. You're already born beautiful. The Bible says that God created us in his own image. You are beautiful in your own way. Okay. You can still dress nicely without so much revealing so much. But otherwise, I think I've handled that. But again, if you choose that, it's well and good. That's your choice. Your dress, your choice. Mtu kama Babu atakuwa na shida.
Yeah. Rise and Mend by Josh and Moa. Ask Babu, what's the role of a woman in marriage, having figured out everything by myself?
I think I talked about the priorities of a woman. Okay. A woman's first important role is to respect the man, to be
anaongea the need
to the man.
Anasema anahitaji dem kufanya nini, asha figure out kila kitu by himself.
Kufanya in terms of finances?
No, the role. Yani, wale wasema, why would I get married? Ama why would I get a woman after I figured everything out by myself?
Yeah, a man cannot be an island. You know, at a particular moment, you just want a family. For you to form a family, you might not want to form a family with a fellow man. Hiyo ni sisi kwa sisi alliance, hiyo ni dangerous. So you need sisi kwa wao alliance, sisi kwa sisi alliance. So
okay. Brian Omwenga, how do you handle someone who doesn't want to acknowledge they are wrong and apologize?
We talked about apology. Learn to say sorry even when you are not wrong. Anytime you say sorry to a person, even if you don't do a mistake to any person, to that person, you will see that anger inaenda chini, si ni ukweli? Yeah. So learn to say sorry. Sorry, you must learn to say sorry. Sorry is not a weakness. Sorry, you are just agreeing that you committed a mistake and you are owning up.
Okay.
Yes, and also learn to forgive. The moment a person asks for forgiveness or says sorry, learn to forgive. We said forgiveness is only antibiotic without side effects.
Okay. Faith Moom, I think this will be the last one that I will pick because of time. How do you deal with a narcissistic man?
Narcissistic, Machiavellian, such men generally is upbringing. And I told you very well, upbringing.
Okay.
So upbringing, you can involve the parents. If you're married, you can involve the parents, involve the elders of the church, leaders of the church, involve your mentors. When you sit down, you discuss issues, let this man know that you are aware of their challenges. And I want to also challenge the the spouses who are watching this now, I want you to take a pen. Take a pen as a spouse and a paper. Then write everything you don't like about your partner. Write everything, and your partner should not get annoyed about that. Then exchange. Give your partner what you've written and let your partner give you what they've written. Then as a partner, do not get annoyed. See what your wife does not like about you. See what your husband does not like about you. Then the moment you write all those issues, the moment you read them, work on them. If you want to change your partner, Obinna, you first of all change yourself. You will not change your partner. You change your partner by changing yourself. And if your partner wants to change you, they have to change themselves. Is that clear? For example, if you are going to the house by 5 a.m., umetoka madrinks, umefika kwa nyumba, how your wife will treat you will bring a change in your life or not. If your wife, I know people will say that they can't do that, but you need to start doing that. Change yourself. For example, if this man comes home late, by 5 a.m. ametoka drinks, ama 3 a.m. ametoka madrinks, have you ever thought that unaweza mfungulia mlango? Kama unamfungulia mlango, muulize kama amekula. Those good characters will automatically change your man. From 3 a.m., that man will start coming home at 2. Eventually ataanza kuingia at 12. Then at 6 p.m. kama kuku. You will domesticate that man. A man, if you want to change your woman, change yourself, change what you think is wrong with you first. Then that person will automatically gravitate towards you. Towards that change will also change automatically. So now nimewambia muandike shida. Husband, andika all the problems you have about your wife, all the things you don't like about your wife. Wife, all the things, write all the things you don't like about your husband. Then exchange. Then solve them. Discuss them. Do not argue about them. Usianze kusema, oh, kumbe hivi ndo unanifikirianga. No, you are bringing chaos.
Okay.
Discuss issues. Don't argue.
All righty. That's the match we have from Mheshimiwa Babu Owino today. Thank you very much for tackling the marriage and relationship part. Now I'll invite you back because now we need now talk politics.
Yes.
Sasa tuongee Nairobi politics. Are you going for governor? Are you not going for governor? Are you still in ODM? Are you not in ODM? What are those fights happening in ODM? Why are you not going for the presidency instead? Are you running again for MP Embakasi? Are you going for Kisumu governorship? We're going to be discussing all those. Let's talk about the country situation. Gen Z's, the Mandamano, abductions. Let's talk about that one, the shoot to kill orders. We have so much to talk about. And then also I saw in another interview you had spoken about DJ Evolve. We'll
Yes.
also talk about that.
Yes.
Because I know the story.
Yes.
And I've spoken about it. Juju in Akaba. I'm like, guys, once you know the story, you'll realize.
Yes.
And I know, I've known DJ Evolve forever. I've known you forever.
Yes.
So I'll invite you also. We talk about that one as well. Hizo zote.
Very good.
Tazicompile. So when nipatie tarehe. Because kukupata pia ni ngumu sana.
Hiyo iko sawa kabisa. So I think we will look at our diary when
Yes.
you are free.
Okay.
And when I'm also free.
Okay.
Then we agree on the timelines. Then we just do it. We'll discuss about everything.
Okay.
My politics will be centered hapa kwa city ya Nairobi.
Okay.
But tutajipanga, we'll talk about everything you want to know about politics, about my friend and my brother DJ Evolve. I will definitely have to address this issue. You know what happened.
I know,
You've been our friend, you are a mutual friend. He's my friend, he's your friend. So tutaongea juu yake. Hakuna shida yote, and you know what happened by the way. So mambo iko sawa, na nataka nishukuru sana Wakenya wote kwa kunisikiliza.
Okay.
Nimejua tumeongea sana. But tuko pamoja kabisa.
All right.
Yes. In case we've not handled anything, mtauliza maswali, but I'm ready to come back here on the same topic, because the marriage issue, family issue, relationship issues, I know ni mambo which are very emotive. And also to those who are not married, the kind of a partner that you are looking for, very important. As women, as ladies, as Gen Zs, look for a very visionary man, because we always say that a woman who falls for a man with a television and leaves a man with a vision will soon see the man with the vision in a husband's television. So look for man with a vision. Do not rush for issues of money. Money you can build together. And again, men also, angalia the kind of a lady you are getting. Angalia the character of the lady. So mambo iko sawa. People must be God-fearing. That is one of the greatest qualities. Okay. Look at the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Inaweza wa guide kidogo kwanza kujua. Get a partner.
Okay.
Otherwise, thank you.
All right. As we conclude, 5 waheshimiwa that you think are doing their job right.
Babu Owino, number 1.
Okay.
Ndindi Nyoro.
Ndindi Nyoro.
Number 2. I'm just saying as per the ranking of the info track, okay?
Okay.
Babu, Ndindi, we have Caleb.
Kamisi.
Yes, we have Salasia. Okay. We have which other MPs? I don't know these people, but they know me, I know of them.
All right.
Makau, ako sawa kabisa.
Okay.
Kuna Mukunji, ako sawa.
Yeah, Mukunji anapiga kazi fiti pia. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kuna Nyamita, ako sawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Jalasi mwenyewe.
Yeah. AJ.
Yes.
So we have a few good seeds hapo ndani. Alafu kuna Mama Embe.
Yes.
Wale
of
pia
course, there are those who are working.
Yeah.
There are those who are not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are those who are working.
Are wanking. Kama wa county.
All right, thank you so much for watching this one. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing here, man. Tafadhali, man, we need it. Tulisema ni 1 million subscribers before December, and that's going to come from you. So tafadhali, subscribe. Finya hapo maze. Bonyeza kidude. You're not losing anything, imagine. Si ati ukibonyeza sasa kidogo nini tatoka. All right, asante sana. So I'm seeing you guys in a short while with the next guest. Stay tuned for that one. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, Mwesh. Imeweza.
Asante. Hey.